Most people play life safe. It's easy to grab the video game and put it on novice. It allows you to get to the end. But when you play it on novice, you don't improve. You never find out what you can be because you've never been tested. It's the same way with life. As long as you play it safe, you will always be an underachiever. When you don't know what's possible because you never tried, nothing but guilt, frustration, and resentment can sit up inside of your heart for the rest of your life.
Well, what do people go watch when they go see a movie? They watch a romantic adventure. Well, why? Because that's what they want in their life. They don't want peace and tranquility, the pleasures of gratified infantile dependence. They want a bloody adventure.
How do you create your life? You get hungry for something, don't you? You started with a concrete vision of what you wanted, and you focused on it continuously, didn't you? Wherever focus goes, energy flows. You envisioned something, you got clear about it, and then you started thinking about all the reasons why you wanted it. So this is what's next for me now. I want this. You may have dreamed about it, thought about it, talked about it. But when you focus on something continuously, something magical happens. You get insights, don't you?
Success is the only limit. All you do is you just become bigger than them, so that who they are in reference to you shrinks into irrelevant. You don't crush them, you shrink them in comparison to you. The goal is I'll just be so big that he will become irrelevant.
Let loose everything that's inside of you to find out what you can be. Pour out that can of what's possible so that the rest of the world can see that you're amazing.
Sit on your bed one day and ask yourself, what remarkably stupid things am I doing on a regular basis to absolutely screw up my life? And if you actually ask that question, but you have to want to know the answer, right? Because that's actually what asking the question means. It doesn't mean just mouthing the words. It means you have to decide that you want to know. You'll figure that's out so fast it'll make your hair curl. What would happen if you consulted yourself about the best possible outcome for you? You might get an answer.
The only thing that screws you up is limiting beliefs that you don't investigate, that you just accept. And it's two things. It's the state you're in, the mental emotional state. When you're pissed off, frustrated, sad, depressed, overwhelmed, you can't fight your way out of a paper bag, right? Because in that state, you're not resourceful. If you are feeling playful or creative or passionate or driven or hungry or grateful, you get a whole different set of insights and thoughts.
You need to make it a habit to start every fucking day validating yourself, because life is a marathon.
Stop saying you don't have time. Just stop saying it, because when you say, I don't have time, you're making yourself feel behind. You're making yourself feel like you can't get it done. You're making yourself feel stressed out. Instead, this is what I want you to say. This is not a priority right now. Because when you say this is not a priority right now, you remind yourself that you're in control of what you focus on. You are putting your attention on what's important to you. And you are taking control of what you spend your time on, and suddenly you feel like you have more time.
We're trying so hard in our lives to fit in. We try to fit into certain groups, among certain friends. Yet the people we idolize are most are the ones that stand out. But when you're prepared, there is no fear. There is no fear of failure, okay? Because even if you walk out of something and feel like you failed at it, your preparation is so strong that you're gonna take that failure and turn it into the outcome you desire. And most people stop at failure, okay? We've all failed at things. I'm gonna continue to fail at stuff. It's the most powerful tool you can use.
An eagle flies at a certain altitude, and the only other bird flies at that altitude is another eagle. So if he finds himself flocking with pigeons, he may be flying too low. See, sometimes we asking ourselves, why my friends treating me like this? You hanging out with pigeons. Eagles ain't got time to gossip. Kings don't gossip. Fools party, kings celebrate.
The winners always show up. They're willing to lose in order to gain. This body, as great as you are, as sharp as you make the arsenal, it can't do anything if you don't have confidence in yourself. We all fall down in life. The question is, who gets back up? You go after and you give it all you had. If you lose, at least you tried, man. I failed. It's 10 times more of a man than someone said, what if? Because what if never went to the arena. When you guys find a fear, that fear will either create you or destroy you. I love fear. And the reason why? Behind every fear is a person you want to be. Fear is self-imposed, meaning it doesn't exist. You create it, you can destroy it too.
All fail. It's okay. What is not okay is that when you fail, you stay down. And winners will fail and get up. Fail and get up. You always get up. That is a winner.
Once you start questioning yourself, you already lost. Once you start questioning yourself, once you start going into a state of depression and you start being by yourself and you start thinking and wondering, once you start wondering, you already lost. Even if you don't believe. I gotta believe in me before anybody else believe in me.
The champions, guys. It's not their potential, it's not their genetics. It's their perseverance to always show up, always willing to fail, because in failure, that's part of success. Success is not, a marathon of life with just ups. Success is formulated through failures, through facing your fears, through falling down and getting back up. That's what creates the champion.
Let the world see that's what's been bottled inside of you has been shaken, stirred, and it's time to let this thing explode. Use your gifts, use your talents. Don't waste them.